Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Disney Morning Show. I am Kyle, the editorial director for Laughing Place, and joining me this morning is Luke.
Hello, Luke.
Hello. Howdy. Welcome to the cold United States.
Yeah, I know it's cold in Florida, and the water parks are closed, or as a clickbait site, the Street, actually, which is a financial site, is like, Disney just shut down this popular theme park. I'm like, calm down. Anyway, Luke, let's say some hellos before we jump into the bulk of the show.
Oh, we've got a lot of hellos. The top of the morning from Fred Ramirez. A good morning from Genie++. Nikki B is looking to get into a better mood, so
you can hopefully do that.
Hopefully half an hour of us two can do something to make you feel better.
Luke just took a ginger shot. Maybe you should try that.
Yeah, no, it helps your immunity, apparently. And thank you. Hello, hi to Nikki B. And a question that I guess we can't really answer right now, but maybe you know, is Doobie going to see Send Help?
I think he is planning on it, but I don't know if those plans will bear out or whether he'll wait to see it on his laptop.
I am intrigued by it myself. I don't know if I will see it in the theater or not, but I'm interested.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into the show and start the way we start every show. So when we checked on the Disney stock yesterday, it was at 109.53. Let's take a look at it now. 110.75. That's up, I'd say, significantly. It's not a huge jump, but
I would say Penny Proud did them proud.
Yeah, we'll get to that in two shakes as soon as I figure out how to. That's right. I impulsively decided that this gets the breaking news treatment. We got some more details about Disneyland After Dark events. Sweethearts Night, as you probably know, has already been going. But we got some news about Disney Channel Night and Star Wars Night, including the fact that, as you could see here, Penny Proud making her Disneyland resort debut, which makes me wonder if where she's appeared before, because I can't think of anywhere. But I don't know.
Maybe in like marathons or something like that.
It could be that. My other thought was like Disney Dreamers Academy or something, which takes place at Walt Disney World. I could see her showing up there.
I don't recognize the character costume, but I am both pleased with how it looks. I think it looks pretty spot on to the character. And yeah, this was not at all on my 2026 bingo card. So
do you actually make a bingo card?
No, but I have a metaphorical one
okay, well, everybody seems to have a metaphorical one, so I'm wondering if anyone actually makes.
I really should.
Green does.
I think that could be something fun we could do as an article or something. Like here's our bingo card, and we'll revisit it next year later.
Remember this for December of 2026, Luke.
Remind me in 11 months.
And then there's also going to be some Stitch aliens. I guess you could buy a shirt that just has logos on the back. I could make this for you if you want. Sell this on Redbubble or whatever. But the different aliens from the Stitch, Angel, and then I don't know. Is that Leroy or is that Leroy
a different one? So is he the sandwich eating one?
I don't know.
I get confused. It's been 20 years, everyone.
But then there's also Star Wars Night coming up around the same time, also in April into May. And I don't think that these are new, but I'm going to show you anyway. And I didn't want to have to watch you, make you watch the scroll there. Mickey and Minnie in their costumes. So Mickey is R2-D2 and Minnie as BB-8. Pretty cute.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're new, but they are really cool.
Yes, fair enough. So we got the on-sale information, which is why they were announcing this. The tickets for Disney Channel Night and Star Wars Night will go on sale to the top-tier annual pass holders on February 3rd. All annual pass holders on the 4th. And then February 5th is when they'll be available to everybody, is what I wrote down. And then they also announced that we have 70 Years of Favorites coming up. Tickets are already on sale, and they are not sold out. So they've added Sounds of Magic, which will apparently include music from past entertainment offerings as Anime's Men, the musical, which I have no memory of. Do you know what that is?
It was a show in the Fantasyland Theater, I think like around 2000-ish.
Okay.
But I don't know anything about it.
Tiana Showboat Jubilee, which I do remember. Frozen Live at the Hyperion, which I would hope most people remember. And then the Lion King Celebration Parade, which I know of in spirit. But so those will all be part of that presentation. Like I said, 70 Years of Favorites, that is available now.
Yeah, Tiana Showboat Jubilee was like one of my favorite shows I think they've ever put on in a Disney park. It was really fun.
Did the Magic Kingdom version compare to the Disneyland version? Were they very similar, or was it kind of?
They were almost the same. If I remember rightly, I think the Magic Kingdom version didn't use live singers, while the Disneyland one did, but otherwise it was the same thing.
Okay, that rings a bell.
Yeah,
Lily Bell or Liberty Bell, even. Yeah. So cool information from that. And of course, you can check our Sweethearts Night coverage over on Laughing Place, as we are still 2 weeks away from Valentine's Day. But those are sold out. So you can't go to those now, but you can go to 70 Years of Favorites.
Smile on Vacation said, just arrived. Did you say Animazement? And we sure did say Animazement.
Well, actually, I said Anime's Men because that is actually what it said in the Disney Parks blog. Yes. Let me now check to see if they have fixed that, since I copied and pasted it.
Yes, I believe there is a T in it.
Yeah, that's why I was partially. No, it still says Anime's Men. Cool. Well, we should also put out a warning to whoever is writing that article. But Luke, we have an annual tradition that was kept up this morning.
Yeah, so every year, films from across the wide breadth of 100 years of filmmaking get entered into the National Film Registry. And this year, there are a few Disney movies that were perhaps made by like 20th Century Fox before Disney owned them, but now fall under the...
And alternatively, were made by Miramax when Disney owned them, but Disney no longer.
Yes. So the films that have been inducted this year include The Grand Budapest Hotel, Frida, and The Incredibles.
So one of those is very obvious. Grand Budapest, I had to look up. I was pretty sure it was Fox, but it could have been Universal. It was Fox Searchlight, or Searchlight Pictures now. And then, yeah, Frida was Miramax, which at the time was owned by Disney.
Yes.
So, yeah, pretty cool. There's been plenty. We went back and looked at some of the other Pixar ones. Toy Story and WALL-E were both in, as well as 2 Pixar shorts. Both Tinker Toy, is that the Tin Toy, and Luxo Jr. are also in the registry.
That makes a lot of sense.
But we're going to go to Tokyo now.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about one of 2 new attractions coming to Tomorrowland, and that is the Wreck-It Ralph themed attraction that is replacing Buzz Lightyear's what do they call it? Astro Blasters. Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters over at Tokyo Disneyland that closed a couple of years ago now, end of 2024, I believe.
I think so.
And we previously they gave us a vague 2026 to 2027 reopening for it, but we now know that it will be opening in 2027, which is also the same year that the reimagined Space Mountain is supposed to open in Tomorrowland. So it's going to be a exciting year to go to Tokyo.
Yeah, I think they even said a spring 2027 opening, so even more specific. Because before they were like fiscal 2026 or later. Like, wow, that's very helpful.
My family has a tentative plan to go next fall, so hopefully this will be among the things we get to experience.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, as you probably know, Bluey is a huge hit on Disney Plus, and for the second year in a row, it has dominated streaming with a total of 45 billion minutes watched in 2025, according to Nielsen. And the second also happens to be a Disney show, Grey's Anatomy, with 40.9 billion minutes watched. And what's notable there is that these shows could not be more different. Bluey has a decent number of episodes, but they're very short, and Grey's Anatomy has been on for more than 20 years, and those episodes are much longer. So these minute calculations, people are watching lots and lots of Bluey episodes is the bottom line there.
Yeah, Bluey is real popular. I think, Fred Ramirez says he wasn't one of those viewers, and I think we can probably, I don't know if you've ever watched it, Kyle, but
I've watched it a bit.
I just not my. I don't have kids. I don't have kids in my life, so it doesn't.
Well, as an adult Disney fan, you're not allowed to say that I don't have kids thing, because it's like, yeah, it's a young show, but it's not. You should give it
I draw the line at Disney Junior stuff personally.
Yeah,
I guess that is on Disney Channel, because sometimes then, but Disney Junior, that's getting very, very outside of my.
I'd say it's closer, even though it's for a preschool audience. I'd say it's closer to something like Disney Channel than the stuff with Disney Junior.
That does make a lot of sense. I imagine it's something that's. I've seen a couple of little clips here and there, and it does seem to be relatively clever.
Yeah, it gets banned for making fart jokes. So. Anyway, speaking of Bluey, we got more Bluey news as another record is going to be released soon. It's got 17 brand new recordings created by composer Geoff Bush and the Bluey music team. This is going to be released on March 27th, and one of the songs is already available to stream right now. And I really like this art. I think that looks fun.
I can't wait for the Kids Bop version of the Bluey songs.
Kids Bop. I love Kids Bop. Did I tell you that I got Kids Bopped in public? I was not expecting
Kids Bopped in public? Like,
I was in Las Vegas, of all places, and walked into a store. I started playing Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. And then the voice came on. I go, this is not Olivia Rodrigo. Oh. This is Kids Bop.
What kind of store in Vegas is playing Kids Bop?
It was a Labubu store. But or a store that sold Labubu. But still, I was not expecting the public Kids Bopping. Anyway, Luke, Paradise.
Yeah. Something I know Doobie will be excited for because he loves this show.
I mean, I put it on the list because I thought he was going to be co-hosting. I cut some other things I put on there just for him, but I left this one because other people care too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's been a pretty popular show for Hulu. I personally haven't seen it, but if you are a fan or you want to get into it and start with the second season for some reason, that second season begins on February 23rd. And Hulu yesterday released a new trailer, the full trailer for the series, along with a couple of pieces of key art. So you can see the continuing story of Xavier as he searches for Terry out in the world and learns how people survived 3 years since the day. The day.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Sort of. I don't know. I felt a little let down by the finale last time, but I'm sure we'll continue with it.
What is it, a Ryan Murphy show?
It's not a Ryan Murphy show. It's
the joke there was he never lands the finales.
Yeah. I've never really watched a whole lot of Shonda Rhimes, but I think I made it to the end of the first or second season with Scandal. Like, I binged it, and I think I tweeted at the time, like, "Wow, Scandal is the worst show I've ever watched 2 seasons of over a weekend." Like, I wanted to see what happened, but then I'm like, okay, I need to stop now.
That's a good line.
Yeah. So anyway, as you probably know, Harambe Market at Disney's Animal Kingdom had closed and is reopening with a new menu, and that new menu is basically just generic theme park fare, like was it Restaurantosaurus had? So burgers, fries, chicken strips, rather than the more adventurous menu that it previously had. According to the menu on the site, it looks like this is going to be opening next week on February 5th, but those calendars are taken with a grain of salt sometimes. But yeah, so this is going to be reopening, but with some of that just basic kid-friendly fare instead of
they did still have on the menu as when I looked at it, they still had that chicken harissa wrap. So something somewhat different still on the menu in addition to your usual fare. But yeah, Restaurantosaurus closes with Dinosaur and the rest of Dinoland on Sunday. Sunday is the last day. So it'd be interesting if they do wait until the 5th, then there'll be like 3 days where you can't get a burger at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, like I said, those calendars are hit or miss. But something interesting coming to Disney Springs.
Yeah, we're going across Walt Disney World to Disney Springs. The Little Words Project, which is known for making those friendship bracelets that got really popular alongside Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. They have a kiosk on the little bridge that goes from one side of the marketplace to the other. But this weekend, or no, I'm sorry, I thought it was this weekend. It is quite a way away.
From now.
A month from now, they're going to be doing, alongside the Disney Princess Half Marathon weekend, they're going to be doing a pop-up inside the marketplace co-op, which is going to have more fun options. You can build your own bead kit and add limited edition Disney charms, receive a special tote with purchases over $150, and search for or shop for limited edition styles perfect for race day weekend.
Pretty cool. Yeah, these are cute. I'm glad that they're doing something special because it seems like a really obvious tie-in with these bracelets that are bespoke and
they're already there in Disney Springs. It looks like they kind of have like a little bit of a flex space in the co-op like they had for the Run Disney thing.
It's almost as if something is missing from there. Pulled out. Weird. And then finally, as promised, Tony took a look at some of the novelties and other items that you can get at various theaters. When Hoppers comes out, there's these cute pins, which I like how it says only at Alamo, and then you're like, well, also at Marcus. These are the same pins, same designs, but with popcorn in their hands.
Oh yeah.
And then there's some other novelties. This one's kind of cute with a beaver on top there. Of course, that lizard being heavily featured given the virality that we saw earlier. Well, I guess it was last year now, including this little topper here where he's got, forgot that you can't just zoom in like that. But yeah, it's got like a little phone there. It's kind of funny. So yeah, you can find out more details about all of that over on Laughing Place.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
Speaking of abysmal, I don't know how the weather was in this last Sundance over in Utah, but Alex survived it, and he has several Sundance reviews over on the site. But I just wanted to highlight this one from Nat Geo's Time and Water, which he says is a stunning, soul-deep meditation on memory and melting ice. And his final paragraph, with Time and Water, Sarah Dosa crafts a companion piece to Fire of Love that stands entirely on its own. It's an elegy, a love story, a scientific reflection, and a deeply human act of remembrance. This documentary honors the people and places we lose and the stories we refuse to let melt away. He gives Time and Water 5 out of 5 stars. So there you go. I'm sure that'll be available soon. And he recommends it. Good.
Yeah.
And the rest.
Speaking of movies that are good, BAFTAs, which are the British Academy of Film and Television Awards, I assume.
Yeah.
And they've announced their nominees for the awards and some Disney nominees, including for Best Animated Film, both Elio and Zootropolis 2.
Yeah,
that's right. It's called Zootropolis in most places other than America. Best Children's Film, they also have that category. Lilo and Stitch made it into that category, as well as Zootopia 2. And then you see Avatar there. Of course, that's nominated among other ILM films that they worked on in visual effects. So we'll see how Disney makes out at the BAFTAs 2026.
The BAFTAs. Now we're going over to Disneyland, where they have a new way to experience Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, and that's a double rider line. So since opening, they've had a single rider line, but that line is now both a single and double rider line. It looks like they've been having maybe some issues filling those back seats, just the way the line is set up. So if you are a party of two, you can now go through the double rider line, which is one of the first of its kind. I know at Monsters Inc. Mike and Sully to the Rescue, they've had a buddy pass system before where you can, if you're a party of two, you can go through the exit. But this is one of the first other uses of double rider, which is a really cool idea, and I think this will be very helpful for those looking to do the ride when it gets the updates in May.
Yeah. Double rider all the way across.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of double rider either, so it's interesting little twist.
This is just a change at Disneyland so far, not at Walt Disney World. They don't get.
We're gonna need a different planet name at some point.
Yeah,
or a different name for the land, because the Galaxy's Edges, the two, while they look very, very similar, are getting more and more different by the day.
Yes.
Well, going around LP each week after Barely Necessities airs its live show that you can find right here on YouTube, Rebecca Burbank, my Becca, put together a roundup of all the different products that they talk about on the show. So you can check that out over on the site. And then if you were wondering what I was doing in Florida last week, I was attending a sample of the Disney Institute. So I put up a report. Those are my two facilitators, is what they're called. This is Christopher and Marjorie, and they led us through. You could see this is part of one of their classes. They do an example talking about Jungle Cruise. So that's a prop that they use there. This is us in the Magic Kingdom. Christopher talking to us about how the process of tapping in, what they thought about when they designed that and had to adjust it over time. And so, you can find out a little bit more about my general. That's me graduating. They brought in Articulating Mickey to come congratulate us. But I plan to write some other articles in the future about, like highlighting some of the other things that stood out to me about the coursework itself. But this was more just about the overall experience of it. So please go and check that out over on Laughing Place. The fun stuff. Just a real quick fun stuff. There's a new video with this guy who I forgot. Is it
Jared? No, that's not Jared Bush.
No, it's the other one.
Byron Howard.
Yeah, him. And he's talking about, once again, we've heard about this a few times where, Zootopia inspired the Zootopia Land, which then they incorporated into Zootopia 2, and then Zootopia 2 then inspired different parts back in Zootopia Land. So it's just more talking about that. Yes, the circle of life, exactly. And I love this freeze frame there. That's a great thumbnail. So you can check that out. It's a short video. It's worth a watch, I think. And
that was the automatically selected freeze frame too.
I love that when that happens when you don't adjust it. All right, Luke, I got only a couple for you today.
All right, we'll see.
This day in 1945, an actor was born. His Disney credits include Three Men and a Baby and Meet the Robinsons. But you might know him, which probably not, but he was on Friends in a memorable recurring role.
Kelsey Grammer?
No, I don't think Kelsey Grammer was ever on Friends.
Oh, I'm thinking of Cheers. God. Yeah.
Three Men and a Baby.
Steve Martin?
No.
That's short.
Right. No.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Tom Selleck.
Yep. That would never have gotten there.
All right. Well, then I don't have high faith in this one. On this day in 2016, a movie was released by Disney based on a book that has the same title as the movie, but the subtitle, The True Story of U.S. Coast Guard's Most Daring Sea Rescue. The movie starred Chris Pine, Casey Affleck, Ben Foster, Holiday Granger, John Ortiz, and Eric Bana.
No idea.
The Finest Hours.
Yeah, would have got there maybe after like 7,000 guesses, but
not a big day in Disney history is the moral of the story. Fred Ramirez knew it was Tom Selleck. He played Richard on Friends, Monica's boyfriend.
I have watched very little Friends in my life.
Yeah. All right, finally, we're going to take a look at Sorcerer Streak. So yesterday, the question was, with Frozen Ever After temporarily closed to Epcot, which of these two attractions will have the longer wait time, either Test Track or Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind? Let's see. This will not be official because I don't know if I can look hour by hour, but yesterday, Guardians of the Galaxy got up to 115 at its max, while Test Track was at 90. So it would seem that Guardians of the Galaxy was the correct answer, but Doobie will officiate that. I didn't actually show you the screen that I was looking at. I apologize.
This will end my 9-day streak.
Oh, I was with you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Maybe. Yeah, probably. But today's question is, on January 30th, 1986, Steve Jobs purchased what would become Pixar from ILM. Tomorrow, will any Pixar films or TV shows be in the Disney Plus top 10 at 10 a.m. Pacific? So basically, tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll tune in at 9:30, and then at 10 a.m. we'll check the Disney Plus top 10 and be able to answer this live on the air. But so far, I hit the wrong button. Leaderboard. You're still in first place for the time being. You might have snapped your streak, but let's see if your 9 so far is good enough to get you to a win by the time we end this season. We'll find out. That's the end of the show. There's no football this weekend, but there is football in a week. So while you're here, Luke, who's your pick for the Super Bowl?
I'm lying.
No, I know. That's what makes it fun. Take a guess. Who do you think is playing?
The Ravens?
No.
Oh, no. The Patriots is one of them.
There's a bird involved. And yes, the Patriots are one of them.
Seahawks?
The Seahawks, yeah.
Okay. The Seahawks. I don't know.
Good pick. Good
they
pick.
Seem like more underdogs, I guess.
In the grand scheme of things, yes, but these two teams have played each other in the Super Bowl before, and it did not end well for the Seahawks. But hopefully, history is reversed this time. We have a couple minutes. Do you have anything you want to talk about while we wait for that? Do you want to talk about well, no, I kind of feel like I should save that for Doobie. What else happened this morning? That's pretty much it.
We've got a lot of posts going up with more details about the Disneyland After Dark details. So head over to laughingplace.com to learn more if you so desire.
You should desire. You're Disney fans.
Yes. We would love for you to desire. What else fun has happened this week?
We're having movie club tonight at 4. Or not movie club, sorry. It's just called Movie Talk.
And now is that a members only thing, or is that for everyone?
No, I think I believe this is a public broadcast. I don't have any information, and I would ask my superior, but he is busy at the moment. So just ring the bell and subscribe so you know when it goes live, and then you'll find out. We'll all find out together what it is. We did do TV talk not too long ago. I believe it is similar, but talking about a movie. We also had our latest LP Pulse go out yesterday, which is all about hoppers, including the positive reactions that we're seeing on social media so far from people who got to see it. And I will say, just the very fact that Disney allowed press members to see it so early and tweet reactions more than a month before the movie comes out, I think shows that they are quite confident in the quality of this film.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're pushing this a little bit more than they were with Elio last year. Elio kind of just fell under the radar a little bit.
So as Benji was saying, if you want more original films, please make sure you go see Hoppers, because we can't keep saying, hey, you need to make original stuff, and then not going and supporting it when they do, especially when it's apparently supposed to be good. I'm not saying anything on the 10 a.m. refresh, but
I would also, I'm sure everyone watching here will do so, but go see The Muppet Show when it comes out on Disney Plus and ABC, because more people to watch it, the more likely we are to get more.
Thank you. And Luke, there actually did pop something up at the 10 a.m. refresh, which is that the afternoon article is back. So we can now do that article.
Oh, how exciting until it gets removed again.
Yes. Thank you all for watching. We will see you soon. Bye.